Hey, this is Sam Black with my second match with White Devotion in Standard. I'm on the draw, the 0 land hand that obviously has to be mulliganed. Now I have this. I think I have to send this back. And I definitely have to send this back. Alright, well, this is kind of a hand. Playing against Red Heroic. Well, this is a matchup where I think I'm likely to be able to win the next two games. Certainly can lose, but I think it's favorable overall. Impact Tremors, interesting. Really wanted a Plains. I am willing to block here. Alright, my opponent's not willing to attack. I have to play this, and I can start powering up this walker. So I've got a bit of a game plan here, even if I can't cast my other spells. One haste. Starting to think this deck might not be quite as good against me as Red Heroic. Not sure why I was willing to block before, and now I don't really want to block with this thing, but kind of feel like I don't want to. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. This feels right to me for some reason. Titan Strength, that guy, okay. Taking a bunch of damage here. But my opponent does only have one more card. But that total's pretty low, and this Frenzied Goblin's kind of a problem. Maybe I needed to block. Didn't pay. That's kind of shocking. I wonder if that means I'm just somehow dead. Collateral damage me. Alright. Nothing I can do about that. Yep, dead. Okay, so I obviously want Surge of Righteousness. And I think I want High Sentinels, and I definitely don't want Valorous Stance. And then the question is just about other ways of lowering my curve, basically. The fourth mastery isn't necessarily great here, and some Banishing Lights or Wingmate Rocks are reasonable to trim. Cards that I might want to add would be, I don't think I want Elspeth or Tragic Arrogance, although they certainly do what they do pretty well. Celestial Flare is reasonable, it's just a cheaper way of interacting, but I don't know that I actually want to change anything. There's certainly an argument against someone who's playing cards like Impact Tremors that are just trying to be able to like burn me out eventually, that I just want all of my life gain even if it's kind of slow. I think all the like those borderline cards are pretty close, and I'm comfortable with it just like this. Another option is to cut Foundry of the Councils, since I don't want to make Thopters and this doesn't function as a mana for a lot of my relevant early plays. If I win next game and I'm on the draw, I'll probably do that. Cut Foundry for something like a Celestial Flare. But for this game when I'm on the play, I think I want the extra land since I'm leaving my big stuff in. Sounds good. Brimaz is super good in this matchup, and I have a reasonable curve, and I know I can make my plays. Soldier is a card that I'm fine just trading off for any amount of cards or mana or whatever from my opponent early on. So I'm not going to attack because I want to just block this Foundry Street Denizen. That's a weird choice. My opponent is taking a control role in a spot where this just interacts with very few of my cards. It's like my 1-drops only. I guess Brimaz's tokens. I'm using a High Sentinels really punishes this thing. And yeah, the interaction here is pretty good for Brimaz, where these things come into play attacking and so never trigger the circle. What is this? How it's displaying? Oh, 5 because the Magma Jet is currently resolving on it. Got it. And I don't really know why it was still displaying damage on Brimaz, but that fixed itself. So my opponent's just using 2 burn spells on the High Sentinels, which is obviously right, totally necessary. Well, that was a great draw. 4 mana. Let's use this now. Attack with Primus. And yep, clear win there. So as I mentioned, I think I'm going to cut this for something else. Original thought was Celestial Flare, and that's probably still fine. It's just trades with a 1/1. Maybe I want Banishing Light instead. My opponent does have random things that aren't creatures, although they mostly seem like nonsense. I'll use the Celestial Flare. This is fine. Though I would probably prefer a colorless land in this hand. But not if I draw Plains. Great. So, instead if I want to play Mastery or Soldier, and I guess I want to play Mastery, it's easier to sneak the Soldier down some other time, and I'm not going to be attacking with it. I'd only want to block with it if my opponent plays another haste creature and I want to trade them both off. Don't think I'll mind if I don't get to. Alright, so Knight of the White Orchid comes down. And effectively ends the game. It's Plains. I'll play Kythian. And I'll play Nykthos. And pass the turn. And this Archangel is completely unbeatable from this spot. Yeah, I mean, my opponent is playing a red deck that has some slightly suboptimal card choices, and having cards that don't do anything against me post board, and I've drawn my cards that are good in the matchup. Might as well start attacking. I guess, sure, I'll attack with this thing too, which will flip Kythian, because that sounds kind of sweet. And let's untap this. Make counterattacking basically impossible. Roast my Knight of the White Orchid. I guess I'll play this knight. Nothing to flip. Let's see. I guess I'll just attack with both Archangels and then untap one of them. And I'll attack with everything that lives through attacking. These blocks aren't legal. My opponent cannot pay for that. And that's the match.